Hey guys, how are you all doing? Big Films 39 here, and this will be my complete 2014 Black Friday Blu-ray haul. Um, Obviously late with this. I know everyone got these in around Black Friday, but I ordered a lot of stuff online. It took a little while for everything to come in, and when they did come in, I was still really busy finishing school and everything, but have the time now. It's the day after Christmas. I hope you all had a great Christmas or a great holiday, whatever you celebrate. But yeah, I'm excited to do this. I have about 30 titles that I picked up from Black Friday, and I'll try to get through it pretty quickly. I haven't seen a lot of these movies. I've actually only seen very few of the ones I've picked up, but I'll try to move through it quickly. I do want to talk about the titles a little bit, just tell you why I picked them up. I know some people just like to pick up everything on Black Friday that's on sale, but I try to only pick up movies that I really want to have in my collection for a reason. But yeah, let's get started. So here I have a pile from a lot of this stuff I got from Walmart. I got this all online. This is Shrek 2. This was $7 at Walmart. I got it online, but never had the Blu-ray. I had the DVD. And this is my favorite Shrek movie. I absolutely love it. I love the jailbreak scene. I love the different characters in here. Puss, Pinocchio, the gingerbread man. I think this is a really fun movie, very funny as well. And my favorite Shrek movie. And these have always been fairly expensive, over $10 I think is the regular price, and I know the box set is a lot. I think usually about $30 or $40, but was very glad to get this on Black Friday. Then we have Puss in Boots. I like that this came with a slip cover, and it's actually the slip cover is sealed inside the plastic, but I had never seen this movie. I just mentioned, the character Puss in Boots was in Shrek 2. I heard, I think, from the Cinema Surfer, or formerly Nanroll Vlog, he said once that this is a really good movie, and I'm a fan of animated movies, so for $7 I picked it up, and I'll be giving it a watch soon. Then I got 12 Years a Slave. This is still from Walmart. These are all $7. I did get a chance to see this. Obviously, very dark subject matter. This man is a free black man and gets kidnapped and is forced to become a slave. Very tragic, very sad and depressing. A lot of violence in this movie, but just a really great story, very engaging, some great performances in here, obviously by the lead actor. I'm not sure, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Michael Fassbender is also in this, has a great performance. Brad Pitt was in this for a very small scene, but I really liked his acting, and not a movie that I would watch very often. I will watch it again. Paul Dano, also another guy who had a really good performance in this. But it is a really well made, a really good movie, and I think won Best Picture or Best Director. I can't remember, but a very good movie, and you should at least watch it once. Really good acting and story. Then Shrek the Third. This one I probably didn't need to buy. $7. I remember watching this once. Definitely not as familiar with this one as 2 or 1. And I know there's a fourth one, I believe, Shrek Forever After. But it was $7, and I picked it up to have all three. But yeah, I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember thinking it was really boring and not liking it. And then the first Shrek, which I haven't seen this as many times as the second one, but still a good movie from what I remember, and that was $7. Picked that up. Then we have Twilight Breaking Down Part 2, and I don't have anything to say about this, but last Black Friday I picked up, I think, almost every other Twilight movie. because they were cheap. And I'll be honest, I just don't hate the movies like everyone else does. I have seen several of them, not all of them. I think they're just okay, kind of average. I don't think they're good by any means, but yeah, to complete the Twilight collection. And this is still from Walmart. I got the Divergent Digibook. I actually opened this up already. You can check out my unboxing for this. But I actually saw this right before Black Friday. Rented it. And I thought it was a okay movie. Not huge on these film adaptations of young adult books. Reminded me a lot of the Hunger Games with the setting and the look and everything, but definitely not a bad movie. Just kind of average. There were some good action scenes in here. And I was actually surprised by how mature it was and how far they went with some of the violence and stuff like that. Shailene Woodley, I'm still not sold on her as an actress. She's been in some good movies, The Spectacular Now, and I know The Fault in Our Stars gets a lot of praise. I haven't seen that yet, but not a bad movie, just kind of average. And I have my one pickup from Target in store. I got a few other things online from Target, but I went into Target after Best Buy and Walmart because that's where all the good stuff was at, and I wasn't looking for anything, just seeing if there's anything left over from Black Friday. They had Transformers, The Age of Extinction Steelbook, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Passed up all of those things, and I actually found a quality movie, or at least what I believe to be one, because I've never seen this. I know that's really crazy. Everyone loves this movie, but Gladiator was $4, so I picked it up, and I need to watch it because I know that it's a classic. Everyone talks about it, but I've never seen it. So Gladiator. And now I have some stuff from Best Buy. Again, all of this I ordered online. Escape Plan. This is the only movie from Best Buy that came with a slipcover, which was pretty disappointing because I saw a lot of the titles that I ordered online in store with the slips. But Escape Plan, I saw this in the theater, and I was actually really satisfied with this. Not because it's a great movie, but just because Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger have not been able to make a good movie since, other than The Expendables, and that's not including Expendables 3, which was really bad. But yeah, Escape Plan, this really worked for me. It's just a movie that's easy to get through, a little cheesy, but Sylvester Stallone does not play his usual brute role in this where he just kills a bunch of people because he's a big muscular guy. In this movie, he's actually a really intelligent guy and has to use his brains a lot to get out of situations, and I really like that. There's some decent action in it, and it was just a fairly enjoyable story, slightly better than average movie, and it worked for me. Way better than Bullet to the Head or Sabotage, any of that shit. So I was pleased with this. And also from Best Buy, that was Escape Plan was like $6, by the way, and it wasn't actually in the ad, which was disappointing. I just was looking for other movies to get, and it was on sale. But Silver Linings Playbook, saw this about 2 years ago. Really liked it. A great drama, really good acting by obviously Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, another actress that I'm just not very high on. I think she's lucky to get roles in a lot of these movies like X-Men and American Hustle, but I'm just not a big fan of her. But Robert De Niro also gives a great performance in this, and a really good drama, something I could rewatch. It was $4 only, so I thought that was a really good pickup. I got Gangs of New York, which I've never seen, but Scorsese and DiCaprio, that's a great combination right there. Wolf of Wall Street, The Departed, so I expect this to be good, and that was $4. Inside Man with Denzel Washington and Clive Owen. A really underrated movie. I did see this a while ago. I believe this came out in 2007, something like that, and it was around that time whenever it came out on DVD that I watched it. And I actually remember a lot about it because I thought it was a really good movie. Probably one of my favorite heist movies, actually. Really clever, the movie. A real twist ending, and it was only $4, so that was a great pickup. And then I got Legends of Oz. This came out earlier this year, back in May. I wanted to see it in the theater, didn't get a chance to. Really disappointed it didn't come with a slipcover because you can see how great that artwork is, and the slipcover was shiny. One of the ones I saw in store the next day after I did my shopping online. But I've heard one person on my unboxing video of this said this was a really bad movie. I hope that's not the case, but like I said, I'm a fan of animated movies, and The Wizard of Oz, a different take on it, I guess. Looking forward to seeing it, but haven't seen it yet, so. Another Best Buy pickup, Out of the Furnace. This was actually one of my favorite Black Friday pickups this year. I saw this in the theater. This came out a year ago this time, last December. And just kind of, I felt it was just kind of an average movie. Nothing really wows you about the plot or any of the acting. Stars Christian Bale and Casey Affleck. Watched it again on Blu-ray, and I thought it was a little more enjoyable. The Blu-ray experience, I liked it. I found the plot a little more, I don't know, it's just one of those movies that is easy to get through. It has a very small scope. It's has this small town feel. Very few characters in it, so you can really just kind of concentrate on them, and it doesn't get bogged down with all these other characters. A bit of action in there. It's an above average movie. Nothing great about it, but it's solid. And it was $7. I think it was normally $20, so I was really glad to be able to get this. I do recommend checking it out. Forrest Whitaker has a good part in here as well. Zoe Saldana's in it. Christian Bale, though, I'm not sure. I mean, he's obviously a great actor. I really like a lot of his stuff, but the character he plays is very reserved, has very few lines. Has a kind of a low voice and just says a few lines here and there. A very humble guy. Keeps his head down. Really, I felt like anyone could have played that character, but it was nice to see. I guess it was still good to see Bale pull that off. I really bought his Midwest humble workman attitude in this. I didn't see the British guy at all, so that was cool. Bale's a great actor, but definitely check this out. It's a solid movie. A few other things here from Best Buy. I got Fight Club. I'd actually never watched this entire movie before. I did watch it after picking it up. I know everyone loves it so much. Not really, my taste. It was interesting. Obviously, the ending took me by surprise. Was really kind of a bizarre twist. I did think the movie looked really good visually, especially considering it came out, I think, in the early 90s. Can't see it here. 1999, so late 90s, but I was really impressed with the look of this movie. It had a real digital look. I thought really deep color tones, dark, deep, like black and blue color tones that I liked. But the movie itself, a little too bizarre, a little too dirty and gritty feeling. But I'll rewatch it at some point, and I'd say it's a decent movie. I don't love it as much as everyone else. That was $4 as well. This was another Walmart pickup. I got a double pack of Dirty Harry and Magnum Force. First two movies in the Dirty Harry series. I think there's about 4 or 5 of them. I had seen Dirty Harry once several years ago. I didn't remember much about it. Just watched the first one last night, actually, and I really enjoyed it. It's a great crime thriller. has some action in there. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge. Well, I haven't seen many Clint Eastwood movies, so I can't call myself a huge Clint Eastwood fan, but I really liked it, especially considering it was 40 years old. It didn't feel that old or dated. A really engaging, crime thriller and a solid movie. And I'll have to check out Magnum Force soon. That was $4 at Walmart for both those movies, so that was a really good deal. A couple of things from Target that I got online. Gravity, this was only $4, which was a great deal. Came with a slip cover, which is shiny and looks nice. I like this movie, but for different reasons than everyone else did. When this came out, everyone was saying what a groundbreaking visual experience in the theater. I heard that that experience went away with the Blu-ray, but for me, that I just enjoyed it kind of for the story. I wanted to see what would happen, just kind of a survival story with Sandra Bullock's character here. She gets stuck out there in space with no way to get back to Earth, really, and I found it enjoyable. I wanted to know what happened, and there were some cool kind of religious themes, I guess you could say, that I didn't expect in this movie. Not religious, but if you've seen it, I think you know what I mean. And I enjoyed that, so I think it's a solid drama movie, kind of. And I got The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This was on sale for $6 at Target. Got it online. This actually wasn't in their ad, which was really dumb. Target's ad was terrible, and I think if they put this in, a lot of people would have picked it up. But I have seen this before, and I absolutely loved it. Just a very good mystery movie. Obviously, I'm not expecting it to be as good the second time around because I already know what happened. But that first time I watched it, just one of those really creepy movies that kind of it scares you, and you think about it when you go to bed after watching it. But a movie where I just really wanted to know how the mystery would be solved and play out. Really loved it. Can't wait to watch it again. That was $6 if I didn't say that already. And then this I picked up, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the 20th anniversary edition, which I don't believe is any different than the previous Blu-ray release. This was actually in Best Buy's ad since like the beginning of November for $12.99. I never found it in store, and then I was able to find it like a week after Thanksgiving. So I picked it up. I thought that was a really good price for it. I started watching this. I had never seen it before. I know it's a real one that's really loved by a lot of people. I just watched about the first half of it. Not quite as great as I expected it to be, but entertaining, and I have to finish watching it. But I'd say it's just a decent movie. Stop motion animation, obviously. I feel sometimes the stop motion animation can get a little gimmicky. I think the only movie where I really loved the stop motion animation was Coraline. But yeah, a decent animated movie. I don't think I'll end up loving it as much as everyone else does. Another Best Buy pickup. This wasn't in the Black Friday ad, but it was on sale for $9. I think normally it's $20. Enemy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. I really liked this the first time I saw it. I saw it back in the summer, rented it. I didn't get to see it when it had a limited release in theaters. But a really cool kind of psychological thriller, kind of a mystery movie. Denis Villeneuve, the director, same director that directed Prisoners, which also starred Jake Gyllenhaal. And this is definitely not as straightforward as Prisoners. Doesn't feel as mainstream, probably why it had a limited release. Yeah, but I really liked it the first time I saw it. Second time around on Blu-ray, or just the second time that I watched it, it didn't do a lot for me. I think it's because that first time, you're going into something really different, and it's a kind of a mystery movie, a psychological thriller. You want to see how everything plays out. And the second time, once you know all of that, it just didn't have a lot that interested me in the second watch. But I still highly recommend watching it if you haven't. I've heard people say they didn't enjoy all of the artsy stuff, the bizarre kind of psychological stuff. They compare it to Only God Forgives. I would not compare it to Only God Forgives. I think this is a much more manageable movie to comprehend and engage with the plot. But it is a little bizarre. But you can't ignore all of that stuff and still just enjoy the main plot for what it is. So, Enemy, check it out. But watching it the second time probably won't do a whole lot for you. But I can rewatch it again, so I don't mind having it. And I got Catching Fire from Best Buy. Also got it online. This was like $7, I think. Came with the slipcover, which was really cool. I did see this before. I haven't seen the latest one, which just came out in theaters, but I thought this was a big improvement over the first one. The ending I thought was just great. Really came out of nowhere. Didn't expect it at all to end where it did. A real cliffhanger ending. Ended with a lot of suspense. But overall, I just thought it was a more mature, better movie than the first one, which I picked up last Black Friday. So I could easily watch this again, Catching Fire. Also from Best Buy, something that wasn't in their Black Friday ad but was on sale. This was like $5, I think. It was $4 at Walmart. It was actually sold out online, so I looked for it on Best Buy where it was $1 more. Got it there, but Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Really love this movie, and I'm not a fan of all of the Mission Impossible movies. I do not like 1 and 2. I know a lot of people love 1. I just found it boring. 3 I thought was great. Had the best story of them all, just the simplest story. And then this one I think had the best action overall. It was really just a non-stop action movie. Pulling off heists and climbing up the sides of buildings. Pretty much non-stop for the entire movie. And that's what I always pictured in my mind, what I was wanted out of Mission Impossible, and the earlier movies didn't give me. So really love Ghost Protocol, and $5 at Best Buy. I thought that was I was really happy that was on sale this Black Friday. So great movie there. Now we have some more Walmart titles that I got in store. Good Day to Die Hard. This is not a good movie. It was $4. I saw it in the theater. I was actually really excited for it when I saw it. And just, turned out to be very, very disappointing. Everyone knows that already, I'm sure. But I wanted to watch it again. I don't know. I'm not sure why, since I really hated it. I don't know. Yeah. I had to get it to complete the collection, and I don't know. I'm probably just hoping that watching it again, I'll find something in there that makes it better than it was the first time, but I know it's not a good movie, and I probably won't be enjoying that. Then I got Transformers, the first one. This was $7, I think. Was this? No, this was $4. Transformers. The latest movie is absolutely terrible. It was on sale everywhere this Black Friday. They did the Steelbook at Target for like $10. They had it on sale at Best Buy for $7. I didn't touch that because I hated that movie so much. It was boring. It was unwatchable because of all the explosions going on every second, and none of the action was meaningful. The first one I actually don't remember anything about. I know I watched like a really bad bootleg of it with really bad picture quality a long time ago. But I know a lot of people say this is the best one, and I thought for $4 I could pick it up, give it another chance, since I never watched a clean version of it. Um, yeah. And then as far as the other movies go, 2 was really boring. 3 I actually didn't. I kind of liked it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know why they can't just make a good Transformers movie. It would seem like it would be something really easy to do, but they haven't been able to do it yet. Philomena. This is not one I picked up for myself. Some of my family wanted this, and it was $10, I think. Has some Academy Award nominations. I don't know anything about this. There's a lady from Bond, but I'll watch it, but I can't tell you anything about it. Then I got Gangster Squad from Walmart. It was $4. I really liked this movie. The trailer I thought was really bad. It looked really uninteresting, and I never saw it when it was in theaters. And I checked it out a while after it came out on Blu-ray, but I thought this was really entertaining. The only thing I didn't like how the action scenes were filmed. That was the only thing that brought the movie down for me. But as far as the main plot goes, I thought it was really interesting. Not a typical, gangster movie at all. This was really fun, and I was impressed by it. So, Gangster Squad. A couple other things from Best Buy here. Everything's unorganized, but I got Captain Phillips. Saw this movie about 6 months ago or so, and I really liked it. Like, the movie makes me want to be a ship captain, just like Tom Hanks. Not because he was kidnapped by pirates and all that, but I don't know. Until we got to when all the trouble started in the movie, I really liked it. It was just kind of one of those experiences. They show you what it's like to be out on the sea, commanding a ship, and I like movies like that can introduce you to a new experience that you weren't familiar with before. But the movie was really good, really suspenseful throughout. I like the look of it out on the ocean. And a really solid movie. This would probably be in my top 10 of last year if I had seen this at that point. But this was only $4, $7 maybe, but either way, I thought it was a great price, and glad to have this. Then we have Robocop the Remake. I saw this in the theater, was actually pretty excited for it, because I didn't think the trailer looked as bad as everyone was saying that it did. But when I actually watched it, I think I ended up hating it more than everyone else did. Maybe because my expectations were higher. But I love the first Robocop movie, and this to me was just very mediocre. They completely ruined the character of Robocop. This just felt like a guy. It didn't feel like a robot, and obviously the first one was the opposite. It really felt like there was that conflict, that human element inside of the machine. This just felt like a regular cop in the high-tech suit. The action in this there was a little bit of action, but it just didn't feel. I couldn't get into it. I didn't like anything about this. The twist in this movie, I thought was just really kind of confusing. I didn't understand it, and the whole thing just felt very mediocre to me. But it was only $7, and I want to give it another watch, see how I feel about it the second time. But I really think if you want to watch RoboCop, you should watch that first one every time over this, or the original one. And then we have the Titanic. Came with a very nice slipcover. It's actually a very thick case, but this was $4 at Best Buy, and really glad it was on sale, and really glad it came with a nice slipcover. I've seen this a couple times before, and just one of those great drama movies, really grand. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I really like the Titanic, and and look forward to seeing it again. So that was a great pickup. And then I have a couple Steelbooks here. Actually, I have one more Blu-ray over here. Good Will Hunting, on sale for $4, and I'm so glad that I picked this up. I had seen this before. I watched it in high school for my psychology class, which was really great, and I really enjoyed the movie then. But watching it again on Blu-ray several years later, I absolutely loved it. And I'm not a big fan of drama movies like this, but this was absolutely fantastic. An amazing performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. Matt Damon. An amazing performance by him. And really kind of unfortunate that he never got another role like this where he could really show his full acting abilities. The Bourne movies and all that were really good, but, I don't think he ever acted like he did in this movie again in his career. But this was really great. And obviously Robin Williams, who passed away earlier this year. This is my favorite role of his, and just to be honest, I don't like a lot of Robin Williams comedy stuff, but I thought he was great in this, and I've actually had a chance to watch several of Robin Williams' movies after he passed. I saw Patch Adams and Awakenings with Robert De Niro, and both of those were not comedy movies but more drama movies like this, and he was fantastic in them. But this is just a great movie. I love the acting by both these guys. I love the emotional aspect of the movie and the Boston setting. Loved everything about it. Really easy to watch and get through. It's never boring. Probably my favorite drama movie ever. Like comparing this to Forrest Gump, another drama movie that's a classic and everyone loves. I would rather watch this every time. So I love this movie, and for $4, I really value like when really great movies are really cheap like that. That's, to me, that means more than like Transformers or some of these other movies. I got like Robocop being on sale for $7 or whatever when it's usually like $20 or whatever. A movie like this is really worth owning, and if you can get it for cheap, you should, because it's really just a beautiful movie. One of those movies that I don't know, it feels meaningful, like just outside of movies, just like in life, it feels meaningful. So really glad to have Good Will Hunting. And then a couple of Steelbooks, two that everyone picked up. The Guardians of the Galaxy Steelbook, which I'm actually not a big fan of the style or the artwork of this Steelbook. I would have preferred an image like that on the front, just to be more colorful. But the movie, I did get a chance to watch the Blu-ray, and I have to be honest, I have problems with the movie. It's very fun. The characters are very lovable and all that. There's some good action in there, but I think it's overrated. I honestly do. I don't know why everyone loves this more than the Avengers. I honestly don't think it comes close to the Avengers. That's just how I feel about it. But my problems with the movie, the plot is just too confusing, the central plot. And, this movie, everyone loved it. On social media, I saw, a bunch of people that I know who, don't do this YouTube thing and who I don't think are huge movie fans. They really loved this movie, and it was for the characters, Groot and all that. That's what they liked. But the plot, the Avengers, they have that big grand plot that, encompasses the entire, Marvel universe and, feels important. This, I have no idea what they're doing, like in the big picture of things. I don't know how this affects like anything else going on in the Marvel universe, and I just don't like that. And the action scenes, I won't say there wasn't enough action, but the action scenes just weren't filmed that well. You have Rocket Raccoon, this little raccoon with a rocket launcher, and he was almost in none of the action scenes. I really wanted to see that, but you know, they really didn't use him at all. He was just there for the comedic element, which was great, but I wanted to see him, blast some people and really get his hands dirty in those action scenes. The same thing with Dave Bautista. You have this professional wrestler, big bulky guy. He had some action scenes, but it's just kind of quick. They put the camera on him and then moved away quickly. I wanted to see more of that. So just some problems I have with the movie, but still a really fun movie. I love the characters as well. It's funny. Just not as good as everyone says it is. I'd give it like a B+, whereas everyone else gave it an A. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Alright, and the other really popular Steelbook release that came out earlier this month, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the Best Buy exclusive metal pack, not Steelbook, but this was in their Black Friday ad, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, and they had the same deal going on, $20, and you get the bonus points with the pre-order, so that was really cool. And I saw this in the theater when it came out. I did really enjoy it. I thought it had a really good plot. I thought it was a great improvement over the first movie. But again, like Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought this movie was a bit overrated just from what I saw from other people's reviews. A lot of people gave this a perfect score, and I thought there were some problems with it. But the plot was really good. It was really engaging. I really cared about what was happening with the story, and I cared a lot about the ape characters and wanted to see how everything would play out. Visually, I don't think the coloring in this movie is as good as it could be. I know in the forest, and they have that overcast, damp look going on. It's raining in several scenes in this movie, but I just thought it was a little too damp and gray, and with all the apes being black, I thought it just looked a little too gloomy, but that's just my taste. But a really strong plot, good movie, and I do really enjoy this one. I just wouldn't say it's a perfect movie. And then some other Steelbooks I got at Walmart. This I had a chance to watch already on Blu-ray. This is Heat, the Al Pacino and Robert De Niro movie, mid-90s movie, I believe. I really like the look of this Steelbook, and I had watched this once before, about a year ago. And I thought it was a decent movie. I didn't love it. I know a lot of people really like this and think this is one of the best 90s action movies. To me, it's really slow in some parts, a lot of dialogue, a lot of different backstories on different characters, and it just gets a little too messy for my liking. But a decent action movie. There's not a whole lot of action in it, but it's pretty spaced out, but the action scenes are good. The audio in the action scenes is really impressive. The shootouts are really loud. And overall, I think it's just a decent movie. Pretty lengthy, but not bad by any means. And then a couple of other Steelbooks I picked up. One more Walmart one, Braveheart. And these Walmart Steelbooks were $7.88, by the way. I got them in store on Black Friday. Braveheart, I've actually never seen this before. I know it's a classic, so I have to check this out, but I wanted to pick up the Steelbook at that price, so got that, and hopefully I like that. And then a couple of other Best Buy Steelbooks. I got District 9, and these weren't on sale for Black Friday. They came out, I think, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. This is the Pop Art Steelbook, and this is the only one in that wave that I really cared to get. They had some other good movies that I already have, like Taxi Driver and Leon the Professional. But District 9, I didn't own the Blu-ray. I think the artwork is decent. It's like the alien head there. And not really back art, just kind of a wraparound of the same image. But District 9, I saw it once before I owned the DVD. I saw it right before Elysium came out, because it's by the same director. And I really enjoyed this movie, and in hindsight, I think it's a lot better than Elysium. Definitely not as polished. Didn't have as high of a budget as Elysium did. That's very evident, but I thought this was the way better sci-fi action movie, and yeah, I look forward to seeing this again on Blu-ray. And then one last pickup from Best Buy, with the bonus points that I got from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Guardians of the Galaxy. I was able to get this, which was not on sale for Black Friday, but just including it in this haul because, like I just said, the bonus points I used towards this, and that is the Zodiac Steelbook. I'm not sure if this is a Best Buy exclusive. I don't believe it is, but I did get it from BestBuy.com. And I saw this once about 6 or 7 years ago. I think this came out in 2006 or 2007. But I remember a lot about the movie. I really loved it, obviously based on real and very tragic events, which of course is unfortunate, but I thought the way David Fincher made this, I thought it was just really great, a really gripping mystery crime thriller, and a really great performance by Jake Gyllenhaal kind of early in his career. Definitely, before the fame that he's achieved today with movies like Prisoners and Enemy, and his new one, Nightcrawler. I remember when I watched this the first time, I didn't even know who Jake Gyllenhaal was. I didn't recognize him from any other movies, and I watched it several years ago, like I said, and really looking forward to seeing this again. But I remember absolutely loving this movie. I really love crime mystery movies, and this was really great. So, Zodiac. So those are all of my movies that I picked up for Black Friday this year. And I have one more thing that I want to show you guys. This is something I got through Disney Movie Rewards, and I absolutely love it. And that is how tall is this? 6-inch Baymax bobblehead or pop vinyl figure. Baymax from Big Hero 6, which I did watch earlier this month, and I will have a review out for that very soon. And it was a good movie. I wouldn't say it's great, but a good movie. But I absolutely love this thing. Look how big it is. I wish I would have grabbed one of my other pop vinyls to show you really how massive this thing is compared to the standard size, which I think is 3 inches. But I didn't realize it was this big when I ordered it and opened it up when it came in the mail, and I just think that looks really cool. I would have preferred the regular Baymax one, the all-white one, not in a suit like this. I just like that look a little better, but this is what they had on Disney Movie Rewards, and I redeemed my points, got this, and really glad to have this. And I also I'm waiting on an Elsa pop vinyl from Disney Movie Rewards, which hopefully will be coming within the next week or so. But I should show. I have several of these pop vinyl figures from Disney Movie Rewards. I don't collect them outside of that, but I have been able to get several through DMR, which is pretty cool, and I think I'll make a little video of that sometime. But look how big that is. I really like this. Alright guys, so that's my complete 2014 Black Friday Blu-ray haul. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll have another regular Blu-ray update soon, talking about all the movies that I've watched since my last Blu-ray update. I have a lot of reviews that will be up very soon. Some for some old or some movies that have been out for a while now, but I really want to review them. Also, I'll have a review for The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, which I thought was really good. And I'll have my This Month in Blu-ray video up for January, as well as my unboxings, which will continue throughout the year. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.